What's up? Silly, Frank, welcome. Alright, I gotta get started soon. I'm on late tonight. Okay. These redeemed. Alright, so let's take a look. We got a couple of things here. Okay, so this right here. Oh. Where is this cable? That's a curious one. It's not here. I may have been ill-prepared for this stream. Okay, so the situation is this. We have these filco projects. I have 3 filcos. We built one already. It's in a Litster stacked acrylic case. Oh god. This one right here is in a beige case. And so, I need to actually unscrew this. So I'm going to unscrew this. So this was a custom plate that still used plate mount cherry stabilizers, and this is something that we want to get rid of here. This is also the original. I think this is a Filco Magistouch 1 PCB with a, accompanying daughter board. I think this might be a Filco Magistouch 2 daughter board to go with the Filco 1 PCB. We're gonna get rid of this too. I need to find the box that has the stuff. I think it's way down here. Somewhere. Oh, no, that's not it. Conan, welcome. Okay, so here we have some other parts, but I'm going to need to figure this situation out. So I have a few of these PCBs. What is this? This is... Oh, this is a real force PCB. These, I think, yes, this is right here. That's what we're looking for. Shoney's, welcome. Okay, so a problem is it uses this, pretty proprietary Filco connector. It's not really proprietary, it's just bigger. It's bigger than what we normally see. This right here is... Am I stupid? What? There we go. This right here is the plate. And then it looks like there are holes that align for the screws that are supposed to go there. Yep, right there. It's FR4 plate. Problem is, I opened up this box that contains this Filco and there's no cable in it. So I misplaced that cable somewhere. So we can build it and just not have a cable. That's a little funny, right? Meanwhile, I do have one more PCB plate combo that's for a future Filco. this is a cable that's not... Jesus. Yeah, it's not going to be applicable, but this is... Oh, is it? No, I don't think it is. Sorry, so we gotta do a little bit of digging to find out what's going on here, because I'm going to want to redo this build eventually. And there seems to be a path there at some point. That point is just not right this second. Yeah, let's put down this paper towel, because there's this like, there's BDZ all over these co-star stabilizers. And this situation gets a little funny. Look at these cone feet. There's multiple reasons why this thing gets funny. So number one, we are using a pretty weird cable situation because I really... Oh, shit. Well, I really wanted to get this color cable to go with this color case. How many more screws? All of them pop out? Yeah. Two, 4, 6. Here's 1. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so that's all of them. So I got this weird, crazy cable situation. But just on top of that, so I mean, we don't need this anymore at this point, so I guess I could just remove it. But this is also using a Bepiphany, which we found out stands for Bathroom Epiphany, a specific filco controller that was programmable because you weren't able to program, you know, regular filco daughter boards. But anyways, we tossed this is a Filco Magistech 2 PCB, and you can see it's a different color. A bunch of, I think, lifted pads, whatever, it's gone forever. We can desolder these LEDs, whatever. The plate is where it gets interesting because there are these bends that are kind of necessary for it to work in this case. And I don't think it necessarily works with this one. But let's see. What did I do with it? So yeah, because it doesn't have the bends, this might not assemble very properly. Because I think it's supposed to be like elevated and then the lip sits here. So then the question is, how do you deal with that on this? Jedi Buds, welcome. So here's my thought. I would just Dremel all this stuff out. And this was not really an option before because I've never had a Dremel, but my brother is actually driving back down, back home tonight, just for a couple of days, and I think there's a Dremel back home. So he might be able to bring that, and then I'd have to like Dremel this, and this, and then still run 625. And then hopefully that'll still allow this situation to work. What are your thoughts on that? Because the whole point I think, in my opinion, of this is like I'm trying to get this so that I don't have to use these co-star stabilizers. It's just super annoying, you know. And the PCB, the new PCBs do allow for it. Yeah, so it's supposed to like raise like that, and then this one doesn't do that. Just sits in. Like, I mean, I think another thing we could do is like find something, just like little, I don't know, something on the edge that you could put, you know, because we don't have like, you know, we don't have the bent or the curved edges on the original plate. Maybe we could find something to like raise this. I don't know if such a thing exists. Maybe we have to look that up. With that said, if we're already going to get rid of this, I might as well just get rid of these co-star stabilizers now. Just have to remember how to. There we go. I'll get BDZ all over our hands. Just clean that up afterwards. Let me find. I'm just gonna find like a bag to put this in. Clexus, welcome. Okay, so if we're not gonna be able to do this silver, like the Tex aluminum filco tonight, that's fine. The problem is that our only recourse is we do this beige filco, but I don't seem to have a cable. I mean, I could spend some time hunting, but at the very end of it, it's like we'll do a type test that's like not a real type test, I suppose. I guess that's the only thing we can do. Or I could spend a bunch of time during the stream looking for a cable in another room. Which is not, wouldn't really make for an interesting stream, I think. So I don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe what we'll do now is we'll build it tonight. And then off stream, I'll look for the cable. Then we'll do a real type test later. If there's anything wrong with it, then we'll have to pull out the Hako desoldering gun. Which we're going to need to do. I think, like, I'm getting a little low on builds. I'm supposed to have a couple coming in soon. Blitz, GSR, as well as Split 60 is actually shipping. But they just haven't come in yet. But outside of that, it's like I'll have, you know, this other Filco, and apparently I have a Real Force as well. But outside of those, it's like, well, I do have a number of these other, like, build fixes. Like, a ton of them. Where it's just like, I can probably just shotgun through, like, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, how many in a stream. Then call that a stream. Or it's just like I'm fixing old keyboards that have issues for whatever reason. We're going to have to bring out the desoldering gun for that anyways, so maybe that'll be the plan. Okay, so with that said, we can put this away. So the guy Jake, well, oh, I haven't sent it yet. Sorry. I've been out. I'm thinking maybe I might have some time to later this week or weekend. Let me write down all my to-dos before we get started with this. Look for filco cable, filco beige cable. Look for real force that I still need to do. Unbuilt real force to do. What else? Pack and ship frog mini. What else? Plan for fix / desolder streams. Multiple boards, but also potential Filco beige fixes, and also LEDs, LED removal from old Filco PCBs. Just to get these flat because they're like all tall. You got these LEDs on them for the like caps lock and scroll lock that are like really tall. So I don't want to do any desoldering until like I have to. So it's just like I'm trying to just avoid it, but I need to prepare for this. So a few things I'm gonna have to do offline, like this dirt on this case. But all right, let me get started. Yeah, and with that said, can't really test it. I mean, I guess I could steal that other crazy cable situation from the text, but I just closed that up, and also it's just not going to be that useful for now. So I think I can just start the build. Okay. With all that said, this is a Filco. I don't care about this to the point where, you know, it's a switch tester. We're just gonna put a bunch of switches all over everywhere. And with that, it's like, well, I might as well use the cheapest stabilizers I have. I did end up getting all of these stabilizers from Mouser a few weeks ago, actually. It's just I haven't had to open them because the last couple of builds already had stabilizers included. Another thing I haven't had to open is the new solder. I feel like we're dangerously close. I think today is going to be a stream where we're going to have to open it up. Alright, so this is 252 U's. If anyone's never seen 252 U stabilizers before, I guess this is how they come packed. Look at that, all these wires. Let's take a picture of this. I kind of want to just take a picture of this before I throw it away. Okay. Yeah, I'm at this point where it's just like I don't want to have to worry about not having stabilizers anymore. Seems like the best bet, you know. Where you get those from? Mouser. Some people, Plexus, Savior, and I'm sure many others have said Mouser is probably the best deal for cherry clip-in stabilizers. You know, it'd be a funny stream too. Just spending a whole stream clipping these guys. Should we just do that? Should we spend a whole stream clipping this? Yeah, these are cherry. Gotta count each one. Jesus. I'm not gonna do that. 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Down for a clipping stream. It's ridiculous. You know what else? It's like the dummy housings. That could be its own stream. I mean, just in general. I feel like you can make a stream out of just doing stabilizers like in advance of builds. So that way you don't have to spend a build doing it. I guess these are stream ideas. Let me throw these down on my calendar. Cherry clip stream only if you get a macro camera. I mean, I do have a macro lens, not this one, but it's actually over at Tina's place. All right, 1 second. I am gonna, let's do this. I don't know when the Blitz is coming in or the Split 60. Split 60 I think is a little tricky because it arrived at the organizer's place, but I think he's having trouble figuring out what's gonna happen with US shipping because, you know, US shipping and US everything is all crazy right now. Stream cherry stabilizer insert clipping. Want to see those clips up close? Okay, 1 second. Let me see. Stream dummy housing prep. Stream stabilizers in advance. Okay, so I have a couple of different stream ideas. Stream finished keyboard fixes. Dang, today's already the 25th, huh? That's crazy. We should mic the stabilizers too. I want to hear that clip. I feel like hopefully... Let me look up. Sorry. I'm like not even doing a keyboard right now. I just want to look everything up. I've come very unprepared here today. All right. Split 60. For US buyers, I need to collect your tariffs and pay them on your behalf. Would anyone like to be the first as a test? From what I understand, I think it's 10%, but it's also not entirely clear for me currently. I think all these people are like volunteering because they want their split 60s. All right, let's see what's going on with Blitz. All right, March 10th. GSR received, pics later tomorrow or the day after. I don't think I've seen the pics. Let's see what else. First impressions, insanely good. No anno mismatch, no over-rounded edges, weight finishing exactly as I wanted. Pics later. All right, so I guess still final QC. I don't know. Okay, so Blitz and Split 60 might still be a little bit further away. So I think we could potentially just have, I don't know, maybe Real Force, maybe just whatever preps or finished build fixes. Streams for the next couple of weeks after today. Also, I'm gonna guess that probably these clips should be done on a stream where I'm not using a black desk mat. Yeah, I feel like it's not. I mean, I don't know. You guys can kind of see it, but not really. All right. Also, I think the reason why I did this is because I wanted to rebag these. These are like in stapled pouches, which I feel like are, it's not my favorite type of packaging. It's funny, they actually gave a zipper bag for the wires, but not the other stuff. Alright, found some bags here. These might fit. The housings I'm not so sure about. I'm just remembering. So a filco or a TKL has 10. I need to do 10 of these. That's crazy. Ten inserts, 10 housings, and 5 wires. That's like too much. I don't think people should be doing TKLs. Or just in general, they shouldn't be doing full backspace and full right shift. That's just like too much. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so these all fit in this bag. This is probably going to take at least 2 or a big bag. I'll grab this. Found a bigger one behind me. Corn, welcome. I do appreciate how they came like disassembled. All right. 6, 8, 10. All right. Cool. Oh, one is going to be a 7U. I need to grab a 7U. 7U. Yes. 7U. Doesn't matter. Let's use a black one. Oh, dropped one here. Okie doke. Okay, let's start doing some clips. So I'll do them underneath this paper towel. I could do them under the desk too, I guess. Damn, this is annoying. Okay, so that just like flew somewhere, even though I was really trying for it not to happen, so I think I still have too many here. Alright, I'm gonna do this under the desk. Alright, looks like I start going over some news and notes. Klexus came in early. My notes are kind of disorganized, so I have like not all of the keyboard stuff is in one place. So I saw supposed to be some this because so I didn't stream last week. It was just too damn hot. I feel like I was going crazy last week. I don't think I was gonna be fit to stream. So some of these notes are from like 2 weeks ago. So I don't even remember some of these. Like I have something written here about Bold doing a new board. Juna 60. Which I guess 2 weeks ago I thought like, oh, this looks actually pretty good, but now I don't even remember what it looks like. So if any of you guys have seen it, let me know if that's true. I did get in on and buy cream cheese and green. I saw that there's also GMK Green Alert. So I was like, I'm interested in actually getting on that probably. I think there was something else too that I didn't write. Let me quickly check. Anybody here getting in on Green Alert? I feel like there have been a lot of alert sets coming out lately. I think Divinity dropped DCS Pink Alert extras. There's only like a couple of sets left, I think. So I'm really thinking of getting that. But I also did just get in on Polch. DCS Polch. The Pink on Dolch. So I get to wondering how many pink sets I will need. It's Trends Rainbow coming up soon. The Rainbow Alert. Is it going to be like Hander Bite but Alert? Well, I also saw DCS Olivetti. I think that's being done through Bowl also. It's pretty cool. Okay, is that all of it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, there's an extra one here. All right, I got wires. Let's see. Let's grab our tools here. Oh, something else that occurred to me. I got all these with Type Plus and Swaggy stabilizers. I feel like maybe that was like a little premature buying so much of those, but that's fine. I'll use them. But the only thing is, I think I need to buy extra Type Plus 7U wires, because it's like I usually buy, you know, like all these sets, but then I'm only building HHKBs with them. But then, like, you know, I'll use an extra 2U, replace a wire, and then like I'll be able to, like, you know, cross over to another an open pack and then, you know, get like an even number done, but won't really be able to with Type Plus without buying 7U wires separately, because those wires are like different than these like normal 7Us. What else do we have here? Maybe not a whole lot of other keyboard news, unless you guys have any. I saw that Novelty's doing Chocolatier 2. Pretty crazy. It's like they're reviving a lot of these older sets. The cream cheese and green was just still crazy to me. It's like, wow, I can't believe they actually are redoing this. But Chocolatier is cool. I'm probably not going to get it because I overpaid for a V1 probably just a couple months before Chocolatier 2 was announced to be running again. So, whoops. But, it's cool. I mean, like, yeah, brown is cool. I don't need another one, but I could highly recommend you guys pick up some brown key sets. I also saw that I think Novel Keys, and probably not just Novel Keys, I think there's another, I forget who, they're starting to do like MOQ, like break credits. You guys see this? It's pretty interesting. Let's grab one of these right here. We dropped by this Pop Mart earlier this week. You know what's crazy is how do I put this? Labubu's got interesting, right? Like, obviously they were like crazy hot for a while, and I saw a thing about how like, yeah, value of Labubus is dropped like crazy, and I think about it and I look at it, and it's like, yeah, I think it's because they made enough. you guys notice this? It's like you can always just get them. I feel like they could have gone the artificial rarity route, and then they didn't, which is, I guess, cool, kind of interesting, but they put all those resellers in a tough position, which is, you know, pretty funny. been doing keyboard, or sorry, I've been doing photo scans lately. I have had this pretty large stockpile of undeveloped film for like all of 2025. So finally been getting around. I've developed all of the color film. Working on scanning. I've gotten through all of my 35, I think, at this point. I need to redo some of them. Some of the scans didn't turn out super good, and that was my fault. But I still have a bunch of 120 from my Tokyo trip that I need to get scanned. I'm curious to see how these have turned out. But one thing I also started looking at was I've had this very small pile of black and white film, just like about 4 or 5, I think 5 rolls over the last several years, maybe like 8 years, that I just never got developed. I was thinking of just taking somewhere to get it developed. I've done 1 roll of black and white before, ever, just because I wanted to test. This was maybe like 4 years ago, and I was like, oh, it actually turned out cool. And then I never touched it again, even though I had more in the backlog. But I was like, okay, these chemicals are probably long expired. So then taking it in, and I'm like, damn, it's expensive to get film developed now. It's like $10 a roll, with like, you know, just black and white, just development, no scans, no cuts, no pushing or pulling. So I said, fuck it, I'll just get the chemicals myself and try it again. And so I developed about 4 rolls of black and white. I have like 1 left, but tanks come in 2, so I will probably shoot another one before I do a 2 tank to finish it off. What happened if you develop black and white in the same way you do color? I think it just like doesn't turn out. I think the chemical process is just like super different. Like what the emulsion layers are made of and how it responds to chemicals is just like, it's just gonna break down in a way that it doesn't develop. I think I've done it before. I think what had happened was I think Alex, my buddy Alex, he had bought some film off of eBay, some what he thought was color film, but you know, it's like eBay scam. So what I think they did was they spooled on cheap black and white film into a canister of what looked like, you know, color, like Kodak color film or Fuji color film or something. I went and developed that in the same tank as I developed a bunch of color, and then it just came out as like, it was just a gray strip, because it was a black and white strip. Those are usually gray instead of like the orangish brown that color film usually is. Yeah, it just came out gray with nothing on it. Black and white, yeah. Black and white and color film development are very different in different ways. It's actually really interesting. With color, I feel like it's a more just, it's a much more defined process. But one of the things that makes people a little bit scared of doing color development is like temperature control. Like it needs to be at a certain temperature for it to work. And I think some people are scared of that. So the way I do it is I use a sous vide. Basically, you put the chemicals in bottles, and then you throw those into a container, and then use a sous vide to get the bottles up to temp. I leave a thermometer inside the bottle just to make sure that it's actually the right temperature. With black and white, you don't need temperature control, but it's still pretty daunting to do it because, I don't know, it's not as defined of a process. It's like there's a lot more like, how do I put it? Like, creativity you can have during the development process. Like, it's not a one size in one direction, like, oh, do this with the chemicals, like mix the chemicals with this amount of water, like color is like that. This one's like, you can kind of play around with it, and I don't know, just from my understanding, for me it would be like, hope it works, but I think there are people who have like tricks where it's like they'll mix, you know, the powdered or liquid chemicals with water at certain levels of concentration, and then like develop it at different times depending on what the concentration is. But also there's so many different companies that make different chemicals, and so it's like, it's not even just like a matter of like how concentrated it is, it's like what it's also made of. And it's like, this is like kind of crazy. Like, this is like, this is a lot. So I don't know, it's interesting, it's cool, but like I feel like I don't know that in terms of what I shoot, that black and white makes a whole lot of sense for me. What I know is that every time I shoot black and white, I always think, damn, this looks really good. This looks really good in black and white, but that's for when I'm like actually shooting outside. When I'm shooting outside, I think it's really sick, black and white, but like, I'm not always. Like, in fact, very little of the shots I have are outside anymore at this point. Like, it wouldn't make sense to me to do black and white shots for keyboards and then put them up on my site. Like, why would I do that? On top of that, like, I don't know. I think I'm a little too chicken to like do black and white for concert photos. Not that I don't think it wouldn't work, but it's just that, like, how do I put it? I just think color turns out really well at concerts, and I'm too scared to like expend black and white at a show that, like, you know, I'm only going to get to go to once. It's like, oh, I'm not going to get another chance to do this in color. I've been trying to up my printing game. I finally kind of have figured out that I think printing from within Lightroom doesn't feel like it's the best. Like, there's something that feels kind of inherently wrong with printing in Lightroom, which is, like, I'll still use Lightroom, but just not for the printing functionality. Why is it so complicated to figure out how to get ICC profiles to work properly? Like, color profiles for printing. Essentially, you have like different types of paper from different types of manufacturers. They all have different qualities, different properties, and so they make these digital profile files that you're supposed to load into whatever you're using to print. And every time I tried using them in Lightroom, everything just turns out very magenta for some reason. And I think I found something that says like, oh, here's how you fix it, but why do you have to fix it to begin with? And why is the list of instructions to fix it like a whole essay? And so I ended up just purchasing another piece of software that people generally will use, you know, for professional photo printing, and that seems to be a lot more sensible. So I think printing making a little bit more sense here from my side, but I have all of this. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I think this happened while I was on hiatus. So I've been getting these like crazy, or like last year specifically, I got these crazy weird. I got these rebates for my contact lenses, and I think they gave me too much. Like they accidentally gave me too much. And I'm not going to complain. In fact, the opposite of complain. I'm going to try to use them as fast as I can, so that they don't ask for it back. Bro, gatekeeping. Oh, if you want to know, it's called QImage 1. It's for Mac OS. Called QImage 1 for Mac OS. I think there's another one for Windows called like QImage Plus or something like that, but I don't know if QImage 1 is actually an official port or if it's someone who forked it and kind of made it for Mac OS. So I haven't. So that's a funny thing. Ricky is I had these like rebate cards from all these contact lenses, and I'm like, oh shit! Like I let them wait around for kind of a while, even though I was trying to use them quickly. So I just spent like these rebate cards, hundreds of dollars worth of like large format, not large but larger format printing materials. So papers, obviously, but also just like things that you would hold prints in, like matte backings, plastic sleeves, just because I don't really have frame space, at least not right now. I know this is what some people do is like they print really large just for themselves. They don't really even hang them up. They just kind of leave them, I don't know, in a rack. So that was the whole thing, is that like I wanted to get to that, and I've been very, very slow to do it because it's been what, like this is like I'm year 3 into this very professional printer. Very, very slow to do it, but I'm getting there. So 11 by 17s, 17s by 24s and stuff. I think those are the biggest like normal like aspect ratio images. I think you could do like long, super long panoramas, but they're like 17 by 44, and like I don't really have photos that I think would be good for this, honestly. So I'll get to it. I will get to it. What's funny is that I spent the last couple of years, with all these like 4x6 small prints, testing different papers. And a funny thing I noticed is that like, it might just be me. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but I like the cheapest papers. Like the cheapest papers, I feel like, I don't know, to me, look good, feel good. Like I've spent like crazy amounts of money on more expensive paper, and it's like I don't like this as much. Like, I don't know. Am I an idiot? Am I missing something here? Like the papers that I liked are the ones that people use for like testing, like test prints. Xavier, welcome. Ah, you've just missed a bunch of news and notes. There's still a lot more, but no, it's all good. I don't mind saying them all over again. We've just been talking about printing and photo development for a little bit. Basically just catching up. I've developed all of my outstanding color film. Had this backlog of black and white for the last several years, and was thinking of getting them developed at a shop before I realized it's really expensive, so I just went back and tried learning how to develop myself. They turned out, which is good. I'm out and the stream. We're talking about printing. Trying to work on improving my printing. I've said this for like the last 2 years, trying to gear myself towards doing larger prints, but I'm actually getting there. Working on really truly figuring out ICC profiles, have all the materials. Just have to get myself to do it. But the funny thing is, I don't really even live here anymore, so. Okay. You know what I want is these things. I have all these extras from TX over the years. These little shims. Use these little shims with cherry stabilizers. Ooh, that's pretty nicely tight, actually. It's like a good combo of... Ooh. Hole size and shim width. Yes, I got 250. Look at this. I don't know if you've seen 250 before, all in one, but it looks like this. So we're talking about, you know, just non-build streams. We're talking about, you know, like what would you do for a stream where you don't actually have a build? Is I could spend a whole stream trying to clip these little inserts to get those like bouncy fangs off. Another one is I could spend a whole stream just tuning stabilizers in advance of builds. So that way I don't have to spend all this time doing this. But yeah, I got a big old Mauser order. Seems good to run it. Yeah, I might be slowing down a bit. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't stream last week because it was hot. It's too hot. A bunch of build fixes I need to do. I mean, I don't think there's any shortage of content that I'll have. Because I could always just fix old builds. I could redo old builds. I could do type test recordings. I could do these prep streams. Damn, these are so snug. It's pretty nice. That's crazy how nice and snug these are. We went over some keyboard news. I don't have a whole lot, but and some of this is 2 weeks old because I didn't stream last week. But Ball's running a keyboard called Juna 60, which I guess I thought was cool. I guess I have to look it up again to verify that claim. Bought cream cheese and green. Saw that Novel Keys is also doing Chocolatier, which is cool, but I'm not going to buy it because I already overpaid for a set. A V1 or R1 set. got in on DCS Polch. Also thinking of maybe getting in on some extras for DCS Pink Alert. Haven't updated my site. I think I just kind of forgot, but I'll do that hopefully after this build. All right, we need a couple of these. I don't know which one's which. I think there's a chance that one of these has more than the other, and I don't know which one it is. I could maybe weigh them, but I'm guessing switches are different weights. Do you like gym kit? Yeah, I do. Hence the overpay from a little while ago. I think brown is always sick. I guess I could count this too. Let's just count it. Anyone else count like this in fives? About the yeah, I overpaid someone secondhand. Maybe like a few months more before, who was it, Zombuman had announced that they're doing a round 2. So kind of unfortunate, but you know, it happens, right? Five, 10, 15. Wait, let me make sure I don't have 6s anywhere. So I think this is the right amount. If we're doing 7U, we need 86. So the hope is that this one here has 87. I guess I could count it later. The reason why this is critical is because I don't want doubles. This is a switch tester. Why would I want doubles? But I'm also guessing if there are doubles, I could put a newer switch I know is not part of this that I haven't already used, I guess. I guess it's not a big deal. When you after 8 years, but yeah, I think you're joining around 2. You should. You should. Brown is sick. I will never not recommend a brown set. The hell? Why is this one so hard to press in? There we go. Trying to alternate linear and then non-linear. I don't know which one I have more of though. Hmm. Let's do tactile here. You know what's funny is like sometimes there are switches where like you don't. How do I put this? I think a lot of times you look at a blue switch, or I look at a blue switch and think like that's got to be clicky, and then it's not. You know? You else have that? Or we're just making shit up. That one's not right. Also, this is a little funny. I feel like I should just sort these in advance. I feel like I'm just guessing as I grab these. Kind of silly. Tactile here. You know I shouldn't have done this. I should have tested these stabilizers first. But also, it's a Filco. That's a switch tester. Maybe it doesn't matter. Never mind. I guess none of this matters. Alright, so I got through the alpha area. Crazy sample. Yeah, this is challenging. Can't get this in. Alright, hang up? Yeah. Okay. Alright, drive safe. Alright, yeah. Take rest when you need to.
What's that place called? Kelman?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Alright,
See ya. Ah, mother. God dang. I'm bleeding. I'll be right back. Night 10, welcome.
I'm gonna bring this just to carry stuff. Oh, yeah. You know what else I might possibly need? Just a gas mask.
Yeah, there's that one back corner, or I don't know if you want to go a couple cities down to see if you might be able to save money. Do you want to bring a banana?
Oh yeah, I'll do that for mom. Alright, good night.
Okay, see ya. Drive safe. Alright. I think I'm fine. Oh, no. That's still blood. Let me find a band-aid. Oh, God, okay. Sorry about this, guys. Okay. For those unclear, I no longer really live here. My brother lives here now. I'm living with Tito. As he lives here, he has reorganized a lot of stuff, which I very much appreciate because everything looks so crazy. But it's like now, like when I need something like band-aids, and he literally just left. I don't know where things are. I found this. How do I put it? It's like those like clear band-aids that are for like I guess water. So this one's interesting. It's got like two sides of. I don't even know. I don't even know if this is good. All right, whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm over this. I'm just trying to do this build. What's our time like? We're about an hour 18 in. I don't know why that one was so hard to press in. Ridiculous. Okay, so it's funny because this kangaroo looks like a clicky. Alright. And then clickies are really weird too because They don't have like a standard front. Linear, linear. There's like a red switch that is not linear. God dang. I'm gonna have to figure out what key set am I gonna run with this. I don't know if I want to use full touch or not. Let me take a look. There was a potential plan here, wasn't there? Filco. Imsto Irish. Ooh, where even is that? You guys see there's a... I think Green Alert. It's Green Alert that's coming out with like the Imsto Irish sub-legends. Did I already put it on something? Oh, I already put it on the Norba Touch. Okay, so I guess not that. I don't know if I have any... No. What am I looking at right now? Okay, cyan is supposed to go on the silver. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. I gotta dump this out. I don't know what these key sets are. It's too dark. It's too dark in here. I'm trying to look for key sets that have full TKL already prepped, and I think I've used all of them. I guess I'll just start eliminating. What will I not use?
Alright, I'm leaving for real.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. So a few opportunities or possibilities here. I think even then, unless it's black, which I don't think I'm going to use on beige. No, I'm not going to use these either. I have these palm, OEM palm. That's like a possibility too. I just need to find, I think I need to find the rest of them. I have a couple of, this is CRP. I think this is 3000 SAT EPBT. So these are, we have a bunch. Maybe we'll run a poll for it at some point. But I think with that, no matter our options, we can use full touch. And that was what that whole exercise was. Tactile. Alright, I think I'm ending up having way more tactiles at the end here. Yeah, this is kind of absurd. Thinking maybe this can change. Tactile. Oh, this is also... What was I doing here? Yeah, this should be tactile. Shift. Okay, maybe put this on the space bar. It's the Zeal Clicky. Oh. Alright. I gotta use a playfork here. This is ridiculous. Wow, I still made this mistake even after all that. Hold on. No. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Trying to find a last place for this because I think I want. I'll just have this last one be here. And actually, even then, changes F. Okay, so this whole arrow cluster is going to be tactile, but everything else I think should alternate pretty nicely. Cool. Okay. So let's turn around, check to make sure everything is pressed in. There's no bent pins. We should be able to go. Again, also gonna need to probably use that new spool of solder. Okay, that's good. Damn. These fucking TKL PCBs are so big with an extra row. And it's like, this is also like an OEM TKL, so it's like it has that giant space between, oh god, is both of these bent? Giant space between the numpad, or sorry, the num row and the F row. This was a crazy one. Both pins were bent. Okay, that one is definitely better. This one looks bent also. Good. This one also. Alright, this one looks like it's also really bad. Okay, cool. I think we're good. Let's see how this thing... this thing's probably not going to work. Let's try it. It kind of does. It's like for 60% and then like not all of them are box switches. This is kind of goofy, but whatever. It's fine. We'll do it. Alright, time check. It is 11:30. Let's get everything prepped. Oh, we're gonna need to solder in these LEDs too, huh? Almost forgot. Alright, I always forget. The longer end of an uncut LED goes into plus or minus. Let me know. Whoa. Alright, try this out. It's heating up good. Alright, I have more notes here. What else we got? Play more Pokemon, obviously. Get these right. One U. Yep. One U. Yep. Let me make sure I got these in right. Yes. Yes. And yes. Okay. I got to a point where I am shiny hunting Deoxys in the Switch version of Leaf Green. God damn. It's been like 8-9 days now. Oh no. Oh, okay. That was a tough one. I feel like this is probably one of the longest I've been without, like, you know, a dedicated shiny hunt without actually getting it. I've just had really good luck in the past, I guess. Mostly later games. You know, I get shiny charms and stuff, but I did get a shiny Celebi in 3DS Virtual Console Crystal, and that was just pure luck because I think it's like, you know, what, 1 in 8,000, and I got that in like the first day, so crazy lucky there. But yeah, this is long, man. Oh, this one has a bent pin? I missed one? So yeah, I've been doing that in Leaf Green. Meanwhile, I offloaded it to my Switch 1. And so now I can play on the Switch 2 at the same time. So I've been continuing to play ZA. There's this one mode at the very end, the very, very end of the game after the DLC, that's actually really hard. It's basically like a survival mode, essentially. And I've read strategies on how to cheese it, but I'm trying to do it without the cheese, you know? It's hard, man. It's really hard to not cheese and be successful. But I'm now just trying essentially to 100% the game, enter all the DLC distortions, finish the Maples research for that. Catching shinies on the way. Trying to get all the online titles, or as many as I can. Some of them are hard. Some of them are like finish first and never die 50 times, and it's like I haven't even done that once. I'm playing the game for like 2 months now. A lot of them are like use a specific type, you know, X number of times, and some of them are like, damn, you just gotta play a lot. Oh, that's the end of this spool. Oh, that's the end of this one. I've been playing a little bit more Splatoon again. I've been trying to get back into it. I kind of stopped playing Splatoon in like December. So I went to Tokyo, and then ever since then I've just been fixated on Pokemon entirely, but trying to get back into it now. Sucks I missed a golden weapon rotation in Grizzco last month. That was for basically the hardest Grizzco map, and these come like once every 3 years, so I blew it. I blew it, man. It's alright. It's like by the next time it'll ever come around, it's like they might just take down online play for Splatoon 3 by that point, because Splatoon 4 will already be out. So, feels like I'm probably never going to get it. Okay, so this is a little too short at this point. Let me open up this package here. Alright, so I bought this off Amazon. Scary thing about Amazon, buying this stuff off Amazon, is like, damn, is this fake solder? And I mean, the question is, how much does fake solder matter? My thought is, okay, 1, does it feel good to solder? 2, does it work? If the answer is yes to both, then I guess I don't really care if it's fake. So let me know. Let me know what you guys think. So what I typically do with the end of a solder spool is I'll just kind of twist it onto a new one, and that way I don't have to waste little bits at the end. Oh, that's nice. Nice to have a nice big spool. Alright, where did I leave off? Here. Alright, so I think I just got past the twisted part, so I'm officially 100% on this new spool, which is pretty nice. So I've been doing some scans, as I kind of mentioned earlier. I got to a point where I took a bunch of, or like I scanned a bunch of pictures I took like last spring, maybe like this time last year, of keyboards that I shot last year. So it's like, all right, I guess I'm up to date as of last year. But you know, everything since since then, from March to June, and then January to now, there's a bunch of keyboards on my site that I still don't even have pictures for. So I'm gonna have to do those shoots, but also I'm going to need to get new chemicals, I guess. Get those developed. I need to do some photo shoots. Take some time to do that. But I'm also kind of like, maybe I should wait to do photo shoots until some of my upcoming keyboards come in. Blitz and Split 60. I don't know what else could be sort of in the mix of near coming keyboards that'll come in. Gehern seems pretty far away. Ramyun probably far. ASCII F maybe? I don't know. I don't know what the timeline is on ASCII F. What else do I have on the list? This Band-Aid is kind of ass. I feel like I just want to take it off. The bleeding stopped. I think it's fine. Maybe I'll use a glove. I don't know if this is the glove I want to use, but I feel like I just need to keep this finger protected. Unbuilt. What do I have? Or sorry, on the way. Oh, Enzo E. Haven 60. I guess that's kind of it. Yeah, DK160 already built. So this is what, 8 boards, 2 on the way, so only about 5 left in the pipeline. Gehern, Enzo E, Haven, Ramyun, ASCII F. Alright, what else we got on my list of notes? Oh, continue on Pokemon. Tina picked up Pokopia. I'm like debating whether or not I want to pick it up myself, but like I'm watching Tina play it. It looks super fun, but I don't know if we both need to play it. Like I feel like I'm playing it through her when I watch her play. The game is crazy. Like all the water and electricity stuff is wild. Okay. Let's do alignment pushes. That's good. I should have a counter for good presses. So we're at 1 right now. 2. Three. Alright, what else do I got here on my list? Man, it's like, okay, here's one thing is, you guys might know, it's like, oh, I'm still doing keyboard stuff here, obviously. What are we on, 4 now? 4. At the same time, you know, it's like, I feel like I'm cooling down, right? I missed one here. And I'm going back and I'm looking at, damn, like, I'm in a lot of Discord servers I feel like I don't need to be in. You know? I'm in a whole lot of Discord servers I feel like I don't need to be in. And then I start going through some of them and I'm like, damn, should I really leave this? I don't know if I should really leave this. I was going through, I looked at Teja's Discord server. Damn, that's sad, man. Has anyone here looked at Teja's Discord server in a while? I think we're at like 5 or 6 now here. He changed the name. It's no longer Teja Types. So sad, man. Ooh, okay. Hand is getting kind of cramped. Ooh, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god. Have I done the other ones wrong this whole time? Oh shit. No. Alright, it's just like every single one now. At least on this row. Shit, maybe I gotta redo these. Okay, this row, this bottom row is not bad, definitely not. But that third row is bad, man. What was that, ASDF row? Okay, whew. I don't know if it's time to flip it, maybe. Guess maybe I should go from this side. Oh, that was a big one. Big boy click. Whew. Damn. Tiring. What you guys been watching lately? Tina. I just watched BoJack Horseman with Tina. It's her first time finishing it. It's my like 50th time finishing it. Great show. Backspace, yes. Watch this movie that came up on Hulu, Rental Family. Brendan Fraser plays a white guy in Japan who works at a company that acts. How do I put it? They do acting services, not for entertainment, but for personal reasons. Kind of like, oh, do you need someone to fake being your husband? Operation Mecha, welcome. I'm on the last episode of Iron Blood Orphans. Gives me FMA vibes, in my opinion. I see. I haven't been watching as much anime recently, and then I realized that was a problem. I gotta get back into anime. I think I've just been, again, hyper-focused on playing Pokemon, pretty much. And I guess watching BoJack, but... yeah, I picked... We were talking about this a couple weeks ago, but... So I picked up, I was watching at a really slow pace, but now I'm speeding up on it, is Kaguya-sama Love is War. Damn, like, I feel like this show, like, it gets better as it goes on. Like, not that it was bad to begin with, but, like, it was already pretty good to start. And, like, damn, this is actually, like, getting better. I just, I think I'm on the last episode. I think I, like, went halfway through the last episode of season 2. And I guess there's, like, I don't know if it's weird on Crunchyroll. It's, like, is it 3 seasons or is it 5 seasons? I haven't really quite been able to figure it out, because the last 2 look like they're not labeled season numbers, but they look like seasons. Anyways, I bring it up because I think Klexis and Korn, if you guys are still here, you guys were talking about Oshinoko, and how it's by the same people that did Kaguya-sama Love is War. I watched like the first 10 minutes of it, and not that it's bad or anything. It's just like I was watching. I'm like, damn, maybe I should finish Kaguya-sama first. I feel like I heard it's not really directly related, but I feel like it's just a little too much to watch multiple at the same time. And I think for a minute there's like season 2 was not available on Crunchyroll. But I think they put it up like within the last couple days. Been watching the Lakers, which is not a show. Oh, might as well be. Lakers on a hot run lately. It's pretty cool. They lost to Detroit without Cade, but other than that, they're 10-1, just last 11 games. It's pretty nuts. All right, so about this build, yeah, we don't have a cable for this, so I'm not going to be able to do a real type test. I'll do a fake one, but also it's a switch tester. So at the end of the day, how bad do we need a type test? And second of all, how bad do we need to use it ever? So does the cable even matter? I guess I could say the same thing about the other Tex Filco. I don't watch as much anime as I want to. Been doing more sci-fi lately. You see Project Hail Mary. I don't know if I'm familiar. Is that something you're watching or something that you're thinking of watching? Something that's good? It's a book to movie adaptation that's currently in theaters. You probably seen the trailer. Okay. Got it. I haven't been out in the theater in a long while. I think the last time Tina and I got real traumatized from going to the theater because, well, movie prices are a lot, but also we kind of overate on popcorn. So a little bit of trauma there. I don't even remember what it was we watched. I'll probably look it up. It's probably been like a year since I've been out to the theater. You guys ever go to the theater and get concessions? It's like, goddamn. Like, they always. How do I put it? You look at it like the biggest thing of popcorn is always like way, way better of a deal than the others. And then you realize, no, it's like, it's not even a good deal. It's just that the others are just basically non-deals and no one ever gets them. You know? It's good if you want to catch a movie anytime soon. It stays true to the book with some stuff left out without changing the plot. I see. Nice. I'll have to check it out. Project Hail Mary. You know, I realize also, here's another thing too, is that I feel like there are places, like movie theaters as an example, that do this thing where like they give you a deal, but it's not really a deal. Like even further, where it's like, okay, so one of the times we went, it was like, we got the big giant bucket of popcorn, right? And they said, oh, you get one free refill. But then it's like, you think about it, you go in, you finish your popcorn midway through the movie, and then you have to leave the movie to go refill it. It's like, what? So naturally, of course I did, but you know, I'm guessing no one ever does this because no one ever wants to miss the. I was reading this also happens with like mattresses, like only $23.99 on Fridays. Okay, so for mattresses, it's like they say like, oh yeah, like 100-day sleep guarantee, and it's like, so that means you probably already gotten rid of your mattress by the time the new mattress came in. And so like, okay, if you want to be guaranteed this mattress, like, you know, is good for you, you're going to be either without a mattress if you're trying to get it returned or exchanged, or you had to have kept your old mattress just up until the end, which is kind of ridiculous. And especially like in a city, like in a big city where like you might be living in an apartment or just have limited space. It's like who's really willfully keeping their mattresses, like their old mattresses? It's absurd. It's like 100-day sleep guarantee. This is not a deal. Okay, I think we got all of it. And I think this is kind of just where we sort of end, right? Like I can assemble it, but there's no testing to do. Oh, I forgot to do the poll here for which key set. The thing is, I don't even think I can do CRP now that I think of it, because I don't think I have. I don't know if I have a TKL. Hold on, let me see. Oh, interesting. Okay. There may be something here. We may have something here. I think I have an idea for the key set. Oh! Shit. Okay, so we're supposed to figure this thing out. LEDs. Alright. LED long leg positive or negative. For standard through-hole LEDs, the longer leg is the positive. Unless it's, you know, it's standard. Okay. Just like left. Okay, so then the question is, how do you hold this in place? while you do this. Fuck, I literally did this wrong both ways. Okay, longer leg is on the plus on both sides. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. This fucking thing. How do I know if it's good though? I guess I can do the one at a time thingy. So maybe we'll like anchor the plus side down or something. Maybe the minus side just because I'm left-handed and this is upside down. Alright, so this is like totally horrible. Trying to make sure it's like totally flat. Nope. Okay, that seems potentially right. Can I get the top and just kind of confirm that? Yeah, looks good. All right, and just clip these. One thing I'm wondering is, did I forget to do this on the last filco I did? I think it was the Litster, right? Okay. Cool. Oh, we did more than one of these already, right? We did the Litster. Did we do the Litster already? I think we did. How many of these did I buy? Invoice. Okay, apparently I bought $155 worth of Filco PCBs more than 1 year ago. It was March 4th of 2025. March. Four. Okay, yeah. Okay, this makes more sense. Okay, 4. We did the the filco and the filco, the Litster filco and the camo filco. So yeah, the final frontier is that Tex one, which might still need the plate. All right, cool. So before I clip it in, let me make sure I have this tool. There's a tool I have to like pry it open. Yep, it's right here. Okay. So for whenever I do this in the future, I'll just know that the tool is right there to pry this guy open. All right, cool. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I'm gonna go grab a real force. Shit, I have to figure out which one it is. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be away for maybe like 2-3 minutes, washing my hands and hunting down this real force, because we're gonna figure out how to get Tulip on here. R3 Tulip. Okay. I am confused about my my real force collection. Pretty confused. How many real forces do I have? 87 UB, that's this one, specifically here. I'm going to move these keycaps over here, just because I think it's going to match more thematically. And then I'll probably use those black OEM palm on this. I have the Digilog, which I have found. 91 UDK. I see. Okay. So this other real force I have, I don't actually have. Let me see if I can explain. Okay, I'm remembering now. I have an extra real force PCB, as well as a series of other plates, some of which I think I can sell, just because they're not 7U, as far as I recall. But the case I don't have. I'd actually lent that over to Jace, who said that he was going to Urushi it. I think he was just going to Urushi the top, if I recall, not the actual bottom. Which is tough, because I realize now I haven't been to a meetup in, I don't know, like a year. I realize there's a lot of outstanding stuff I have out to other people that maybe I should not necessarily call in, you know, to rein in, but just to ask, you know, what's going on. Still don't have the PCBs from Trife. I'm now realizing I had an extra BMG. What was it again? KMG. I said BMG. KMG B60 weight that I'd lent out for a laser cut design. But I didn't. I just haven't really followed up on that at all, and it's been a couple of years, along with PCBs from Trife as well. I'll ask. Let me write these down in my notes. Genius about real force. Push me. Okay. Sweet. I like this. This is really easy for me to pull off somehow. I don't know if it's because of the PBB sliders somehow. Easy to pull keycaps off of, or maybe it's the profile of these PBT CRP. Ooh, okay, that is familiar. Maybe I need to pry this open again. I realize there's like some give where you align the assembly, and it's shifted more towards this way, so some of these keycaps are binding, and then there's like slight, like it's not even a big gap, but it's just like, well, there is a little tiny gap that we can have it be more centered, so we're gonna make some adjustments there, I guess. Alright, and then the funny thing here is this is actually Real Force 6U. Oh shit. This is Real Force 6U. How are we gonna do this? I don't know if that PBT set actually has, or sorry, what was it again? Palm set has a 7U, or sorry, 6U. Curious. Very curious. Quick time check. We're about 2.5 hours in. It's 12:30. Is this PBT? Yep. This should be CRP PBT. Sweet. Okay, I might do that Digilog outfitting after, or I'm gonna need to figure out what to do because I don't think what was it? We got those OEM Palm keycaps. I forgot where I bought them because they were very specifically from some other vendor that really marked it up, but they marked it up considering they were doing a couple of things a little, like I think they had better compatibility. Palm Ink, is it what was it called? Ink? No, it's shit. Palm Ink. Escape keyboards. Do they still exist? Yes, they do. Palm Ink. Alpha Mod Compat Kit. I bought Alpha Kit and Mod Kit. Yeah, they never even had a 6U at all. They only just had 625 and 7. So it's like, I think I could do it. It's just I'm going to need a 6U bar. And maybe it makes sense. I can probably switch out. Maybe that's something we can do too. Let me write that down. Real Force 1. Real Force 1 that used to have tulip. Oh no, keycaps. Change spacebar to Topre slider. And then from there we can use our 6U Urushi from what were they? Unreal. Was that the name of Buddy's whole thing? Damn, it's been gone for so long. Unreal Keyboards, is that a thing? Yeah, Unreal Keyboards. I have a Urushi, 6U Urushi from everyone's favorite person, Buddy. Alright, so a lot of to-dos here. Outfit with TKL OEM palming keycaps. Okay. So I may potentially be back here another day. Not streaming, but before next stream to find out all this stuff. Just gonna have to hunt things down. It's a little late. I probably should get home soonish. Oh, we did want to pry this open and just do a little bit of shifting. That would be the last change here to make. So the easy one's always this side. I can pry this open pretty easily. But then the bottom side is the hard one. The bottom one's the tricky one. I used to, before I had this tool, I think this tool came from Cooler Master because they were doing replacement top cases for their Quickfire Rapids. The first iteration of Quickfire Rapids had this ugly ass logo between the up arrow and the bottom navigation cluster. And then they released replacement top cases that didn't have those. And then they included this thing, this little pry tool, and I've had it ever since. Okay, so the thing is, this doesn't really slide over that much, but I'm guessing I can at least try to push it really hard. And then hopefully... It's still kind of, which is a little bit of a bummer. I think there's a chance that the multicam, the camo Filco, had the same problem, which is why V2 given it to me in the first place. But again, maybe this doesn't matter because I don't really use. I'm not really going to use these. I mean, the multicam is also a switch tester, if I recall correctly. Try one more time. I think one way to do it is you'd have to file down this right edge. Alright, I tried my best here. It still kind of binds. The shift? The Depends on how you push the shift in. Like it tilts a little bit. But this is, I guess, slightly better than before. Maybe we should have put heavier switches where these mods are. But again, doesn't really matter. I don't even know what switch this is. Jwick yellow. Yeah, this is probably a deserved a better, heavier switch than this. Have to keep that in mind for the next switch tester. Okay. Alright, this board is basically as done as we can make it for tonight. And I'm kind of wanting to wrap up soon, so let's do a fake type test, yeah? Fake switch tester type test. There's a lot of things wrong with that sentence, isn't there? Does this also, the bottom is also kind of almost, it's almost binding, but not quite. Definitely more space here at the top, so that's another thing, is like you kind of got to push it this way, diagonal towards this pause. Anyways, this is the board. Filco, Magistouch 2 case, Nick Heller PCB, and FR4 plate, assorted switches, and CRP R3 tulip. R3 specifically, I bought this because I really wanted CRP at the time, but then it doesn't really have good HHKB compatibility because the top row / tilde 1U is not the right color in any of the, not just the, but any, because there are multiple HHKB kits. Alright, let's pull up monkey type, and I'll just start typing. Okay, here it is. Here's the build. Try this one. Okay, let's do one with music. And I'll just have this be the last one. Alright, that's the board. What do you guys think? In my opinion, I feel like because it's a stupid ass switch tester, when you're typing and like you're hitting these random clicky switches, it's reminiscent of a normal board that has rattly stabilizers because of that like little ticky sound. What do you guys think? Because that's my opinion. All right, we're gonna look up someone to raid here. I'm gonna have to spend a whole bunch of time cleaning tonight. Ooh, Patty's on. Oh, Patty's on doing ceramics. Yeah, let's do this. All right, so yeah, that's the build. Next week we'll kind of see what we do. It's if we don't get a new board in by then we will probably work on one of the many chores that we have to do, or maybe multiple of these chores. We kind of went over before, but it's doing a real type test. Fixing, or doing desolder streams for some old multiple boards. There's a lot of them. Potentially any fixes for the Filco. Deal with the real force, spacebar topre slider and outfitting the OEM. We'll see how it goes. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. Let's do this raid. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. And I will see you guys next week. Good night, guys.